Bikramjit Singh Ji wears twin hats as a member of parliament, working for his people through his people through non-profits, and as also an industrialist. Let's get to the heart of issues, and I'd like first to request our Rajya Sabha member, Shri Bikramjit Singh Sahani, to address this forum, and then we'll have a debate we'll have a conversation with our other panelists here. So thank you all for being here again, and I hope that you have a very productive 1.5 days. Thanks.
Mrs. Shobna Kamenini, Chair, Task Force on Future of Work, Skilling and Mobility under B20, past President CII and Executive Vice Chairperson, Apollo Hospitals. Mr. Hakan Jevril, State Secretary to the Minister for Foreign Trade, Government of Sweden. Mr. Victor Thomas, President and CEO, Canada-India Business Council. Ms. Edith Nordeman, Chairperson, Netherlands-India Chamber of Commerce and Trade. Mr. Paul Bradley, Chairman and CEO, Caprecia International, and Dr. Sumitro Chakrabarti, Founder and Director, IP/MS. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, a very good afternoon. It is indeed a proud year for India handling the G20 presidency, and I would like to congratulate CII for being the secretariat of B20. It's my pleasure to be here at this conference and part of this very critical topic, which is very close to my heart, and address this august gathering and distinguished panelist. As Shobana ji was saying, that the world have undergone various changes in the past year in terms of social, economic, geopolitical, and technological variables. Powered by technology, globalization, liberalization, we are entering a new era, which will be defined by not just changing the ways of working, but also by how we enable reskilling, upskilling, and ensure mobility for people across the countries to bridge the skill gaps. Before coming to the future of work, I would like to share that as per the latest report by International Labour Organization, in 2023, global employment growth will only be 1%, which is less than half level in 2022. Global unemployment is slated to rise in 2023, and this is definitely a good reason for concern. But in the same report, it is mentioned that global jobs gap stood at 473 million in 2022. It is 33 million increase from 2019. The world is changing at an extremely rapid rate, and so as the skill ecosystem. Skilling, that too with an ethnographical approach, is the only sustainable solution to survive it. Skills should include roles that are going to support the growth of emerging industries. It is necessary to ensure that the new jobs are mapped to the requisite skills. Given the scope, nature, and demand for such skills, it becomes important to create a cross-border digital skill platform or portal for formal and informal workforces at a global level, and I'm sure CII can play a pivotal role in the same. This would then enable a mapping of these skills onto the current jobs as they exist in the market, thereby creating a pathway to estimate the demand-supply gap in the skills of future. Artificial intelligence is a new phenomena which also need to be considered while forming policy frameworks in this regard. You must have heard about this new AI platform called ChatGPT, where you just have to give instructions and you will get your work done. For example, if you enter please write an article on economic crisis or whatever, or even today's topic, the computer will come in few seconds with 1,000 words, structured article within seconds with the help of AI. That is the changing paradigm which we are going to witness. The work ecosystem and pedagogy is changing rapidly, and future of work is expected to disrupt the current skill training ecosystems, and we have to be proactive about the same. I believe that we need to align skill training with the future of work and work closely with public-private partnership mode with the industry. We've also found that unemployment is the skill gap between available workforce and skill required by the industry. I think skill mapping at various GIs, as we have geographical tags for the export of products, we should have skill mapping at various geographical locations, is the need of the hour to train the youth in those very skills. There is considerable scope for upskilling, as we have large, formally untrained, skilled human capital. Like in India, National Skill Development Corporation, where I was board member for several years, have 37 sector-specific skill councils integrated with various industries. India, as a host country of G20, aims at providing skilled labor of almost 100 million in roughly 24 key sectors in years to come, which will provide a robust and coordinated linkage of manpower to the economy. But we face a challenge, as unorganized sector constitutes over 90% of the economy. Women also need to have their fair share of participation in the skill ecosystem. Mainstreaming gender roles by skilling women in especially non-traditional roles and increasing gender sensitivity at the workplace will have a catalytic effect on the productivity. Current infrastructure, I feel, is available in the educational institutions is very inadequate, considering the huge demand for skilled workforce. Therefore, we must enroll the students, even at the higher secondary level, for vocational education and training to prepare them for jobs. Another thing, considering the industry, the apprenticeship for on-the-job training is most critical to prepare the skilled workforce for gainful employment, and you as an industry has the responsibility for the same. At the end, I am humbled to state that our NGO, Sun Foundation, have made a remarkable contribution toward building a resilient, skilled workforce through our many world-class skill centers of excellence, where we provide free of charge skill training and assist them with employment in various disciplines. Our motto is to take students campus to corporate. Last but not least, labor and workforce mobility are a reality of future. Combined with the efforts of G20 and the B20, we need to create and develop strategies also for export of skilled workforce to bridge the gap. For example, we saw a lot of demand for health workers during the pandemic. Thus, the international linkages for mobility are very important. I wish this session on future of work, building resilient and sustainable workforce a great success. And let me also take this opportunity to extend full support, and Ms. Shobhana Kamineni as chairperson. I wish all the delegates a very pleasant and meaningful deliberations. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, Ji, for your address and everything that you do with CII, because you spoke about partnerships also. And we do expect more velocity in terms of job creation.